this movie about dinosaurs. And the movie starts out with people doing a thing, and there's a dinosaur. But it don't go too well, and a guy dies. And then we cut to this guy on a raft named Donald, who is all like, what's the legal stuff with this? And then they're all like, ooh, look, a bug! And then we cut to this guy named Dr. Ellen Grant and this girl named Dr. Ellie Sattler. And they're doing a dig thing and they find a raptor skeleton. And this kid is all like, that's not scary. But Dr. Grant is like, yeah, it is. And the kid is like, oh! And Dr. Sattler is all like, you like kids? And Dr. Grant is like, no. Too bad the movie's gonna give them kids. And then there's this guy in their trailer named John, and he's all like, come see my park. I'll give ya a monies. And then we cut to Costa Rica. This guy named Dennis is being paid to smuggle some babies. And then we cut to a helicopter. And Jeff Goldblum, also known as Ian Malcolm, is like chaos theory stuff. And then they're at the island and they go to a place and John is like, look, I gave birth to dino babies. And then they nerd out and Dr. Grant is like, how you do this? And then they watch a movie that is all like when a daddy mosquito and a mommy frog love each other very much. And then they go to a room and a baby velociraptor is born. And all the dinos are girls, but Ian is like, how do you know they're all girls? And the scientist is all like, 'cause we say so. And then they go to the raptor place, and they're all like, the raptors are smart. And then they go eat, and Ian is like, this is dangerous. And the other scientists are like, yeah. But Donald is all like, yeah, but money. And they're all like, yeah, but no. And then John's grandkids, Tim and Lex, are here. And then they go to the cars to do a thing. But uh-oh, there's a storm coming. And then they go to the T-Rex place, but the Rexes die. And then the people get out of the cars and they walk up to a sick Triceratops. And they look at a dino poop. But oh no, the storm's here. And Dennis is all like, well, I better get them babies. And he turns off a thing and goes to steal the babies. And then we cut to the cars, and the cars stopped. And this guy named Ray is like, the fences are failing and we can't fix the stuff. And Tim is all like, I feel a thing, and the water does a thing, and there's a T-Rex. And Donald hides in the potty. And then Lex shines a little, and the Rex is all like, ooh, this looks tasty. And then Grant is all like, look over here. But Ian is like, no, over here. And then the Rex needs to go potty and eats Donald. And then the Rex comes back to the car and Grant is like, don't move. And the Rex pushes the car over the ledge. Then we cut back to the other people who find out that Dennis did a bad, and Sattler and this guy named Robert go to look for everyone. And then we cut to Dennis, who crashes, and a Dilophosaurus is all like, road trip, and then he dead. Then we cut back to Grant and Lex, who are all like, we gotta get Tim out of the tree. You're not a bird, stupid! Then he gets him out and the car falls out of the tree. And then Sattler and Robert get to the place where the cars stopped and they find Ian. And then they see the other car but find no one, and Ian is like, oh no, water. And then they drive off and there's the Rex. And then the Rex is like, this is too much exercise for me. And then we cut back to Grant and the kids and they go in a tree. And there's Whimsy. And Grant starts to bond with the kids. And then we cut to John and Sattler. And John tells a story about fleas. And Sattler is all like, you did a mess up. Then we cut back to Grant and the kids, and there's Whimsy again. And then they find out that the dinos are breeding 'cause frogs and stuff. And then we cut back to the others, and they're all like, we gotta turn off the stuff to get it working again, maybe. And then Ray is all like, I'll go turn on the lights. And then we cut back to Grant and the kids, and there's some gallimimuses, and they're running from the Rex. And then we cut back to the other peoples again, and Sattler and Robert leave again to turn on the lights, cause Ray is taking too long. And then they find out that the raptors got out, and they're almost to the light place, and they see they're being hunted. And Sattler is all like, I'm gonna go turn on the lights, bye. And then we cut back to Grant and the kids, and they come to a fence, and they start to climb over. Meanwhile, Sattler is looking for the lights and turns them on. But Tim is still climbing the fence, and he gets an owie. And then we cut to Sattler, and there are raptors, and then Ray gives her a hand. Ha! Meanwhile, Robert is looking for the raptors and gets eaten. And then we cut back to Grant and the kids, and Tim no longer has an owie. And then they get to the visitor center, and Grant leaves the kids alone and finds Sattler. But the raptors are in the visitor center too, and the kids hide in the kitchen, and the raptors are all like, we gonna cook up some kids. But they don't. And then Grant and Sattler meet up with the kids, and they go to the one room and they turn stuff on and tell John to get the helicopters. And then the raptors break in and start chasing them, and then the T-Rex comes in and saves their butts. And everyone gets to the chopper, and John is all like, well, damn, there goes my money. And then they fly away. The end.